Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know as Fifi La Pew Pew. Other people know it's a leFH or a leaf blower. This one is on the north spawn of Pearl River and it's under the command of Chris Tracy. Now there's two Fifis on his team. Yes, they have been selling it on the NA server. This is an NA game. And so lots of people have picked it up and are now playing it and enjoying it as well, because they probably haven't had a chance to get it for quite some time. But you can see already Chris has managed to pick up quite a few badges on the sides of his vehicles. Yes, he really has been playing his heart out on this Arty and getting quite a lot of good results. As you know, it's armed with a 105mm light field howitzer, and it's mounted on top of a Char B1 hull, so it's a heavy tank in disguise. But that little Arty gun is only capable of damaging enemy tanks. It can't stun them, but it does have a very rapid fire rate, 7.51 seconds between each shot, and they are super accurate if you can get them on target. 410 alpha, 53mm of armor it can penetrate, and it's got a burst radius of 1.91 meters. So if you land a shell near the enemy tank, it should be able to damage the vehicle even just slightly, but it won't stun it at all because the caliber isn't big enough. It needs to be 15cm, and this is only a 105. Well, Chris is taking it all the way around to this corner, and I'm wondering why he's going this far around, but I have the sneaking impression that he's going to try shots on the enemy, both in the town and on the far west side of the map. Okay, he's gone to the aim, and he's got a red line in the town, so he can't hit them because that hill with the temple on top is actually in the way. But on the west side of the map, yes, he can definitely hit those guys, no problem at all. Even though they're almost at maximum range. You can see the reticule's got flattened because it's maximum range. First target, T-3485M, rounds out. Long flight time. Oh! Penetrating shot, 458 hit points with his first round. That shell was coming in almost vertically on the enemy. He's fired at the Leopard. It's a 3.5 second delay between the shell being fired and arriving at its target. So if you... Oh, he's got him with a second shot! If you were watching on the battlefield, you'd see these shells arcing right through the sky, right up over the top of the town to land, come down on the enemy on the other side. And that Leopard just got wiped out. The Jackson was nearly hit. You can see he's able to hit behind that rock because the shells are going so high up into the sky. They're coming down almost vertically on the target. He just saw a Chaffee and it distracted him, but he's now going to go for the Stug 4, who's got to remain stationary in order to shoot, because otherwise you get a reticule bloom with that tank destroyer. He fires, but I'm afraid the vehicle's moved out of its position before his shell arrives. Okay, I think that's a little late there, because with the delay, it was gonna, the vehicle was gonna, the target was gonna go through the aim point before his shell arrived. That Chaffee though is taking a huge risk on that ledge. Again, not enough lead on the target, and I'm afraid we've just lost another teammate. In fact, with two tanks down on the enemy at the moment, and that 40 TP. Okay, stopped to take a shot. That, yep, that cost him because. He took a shell for 160 hit points. The Stug 4's stopped as well. And he's out the game. And that was probably a penetrating shot as well. Going for that T-3485 again. And he kills him as well. That's 3 kills with 3 shots. Well, two shots rather. And he hits the Jackson for 121. Nice hit. Wait for it to reload. Rounds out again. Goes long. You have to let the rescue contract before you shoot, otherwise you won't get an accurate shot. In the town we've got a T-150 and a Valiant fighting it out. That's very tough for the Valiant, but it is a tough little tank. Unfortunately, it didn't survive that fight. He's now aiming for a Chaffee, hiding in that bunch of houses. He fires the round in, but just a little too late before the guy pulls away. Trying to line the shot up, working out where he's going to go. He pulls back. He fires the round in. Oh, he gets a hit. Hit the rear of the Chaffee. There he is. He's gone through that fence now because obviously he didn't like being hit. Okay, we're lining up a shot on the Jackson now. This is near our cap area. I fell short. It wasn't fully dialed in. He needs to fully dial in before he shoots. This is better. Rounds out. Yes! You see what a difference it makes if you dial in on your target. You are much more accurate, and that shell literally blew up the Jackson. So he's now got 4 kills, going for his 5th with the Chaffee. Unfortunately, we lose the VK. Going for another shot on the Chaffee, lines it up. Fires a little too late there. Yeah, you've got to lead your target enough so that the shell can reach there. You see the tree was knocked down when the Chaffee went into the cap. Now the Tog is actually behind the cap. There's only 2 left on our team, facing 5 opponents. Yeah, this is going to be a tough ask. Remember, those enemy includes the Chaffee. And here comes the Chaffee. He's coming this way. He obviously knows that that Chris Tracy is here. And he's coming this way to try and take him out. But Chris Tracy's gone to the overhead aim. You could actually do it manually with this Arty. Lock onto the target. Wait for him to come. That's it. Yes! Nice kill. Nice shotgun. 277 hit points. That feels like another penetrating shot. Somebody's capping. We've got a Tog behind the cap, so he should be able to spot for us. Only one in the cap at the moment. Now the enemy team actually has RAM Tough on it in a Wolverine, as well as an M41 HMC and another Fifi. There's the T150s, low on hit points. Oh, he missed with that shot. Going for it again. Line it up, let it dial in. No, you didn't get it enough lead. Well, you did not lead on target, but it wasn't aimed on the target. That hit the target. Now he's firing heat rounds at that T150. Extra penetration. And another penetrating shot, but it only tracked the guy. He needs to get a direct hit in order to make the heat work. In fact, he's run out of HE rounds now, so he has to fire 8 heat because that's all he's got left, or AP. That's the problem. If you carry too many premium rounds, you won't have enough HE rounds left to do the job. And the problem with the heat rounds, although they have great penetration and reasonable damage, they will do 350 alpha, and they got 104 millimeters of penetration. You have to get a direct hit in order to make them work. Otherwise they just make a very expensive hole in the ground. The armor piercing rounds also are fairly effective, but you have to get a direct hit to make them work. They are cheaper than the heat rounds, but lots of people prefer the HE because it actually can kill an enemy tank even from a near miss if it does enough damage. Well, there's only 2 left now because the all that's left is the M41 HMC and the Fifi. We didn't see the death of Ram Tough in the Wolverine. I presume he was killed by the Tog, and the Tog was killed by the T150. Well, the M41 spotted. Oh, direct hit! And potentially that's his high caliber. Oh, and Bat 21. That recalls a film of that name. A very good film with Gene Hackman. Yes, and he wins that one as well with a shotgun. A manually aimed and wins the game. Well done, Chris Tracy. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's an ace tanker for Chris Tracy 0012. I think this is his alternate account in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a counter battery. Yes, he took out both the enemy Arty, the M41 and the Fifi, and earned him the counter battery medal. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he managed to get 12. And he got a top gun. He got more than 6 kills, in fact. He ended up with 7. But he was 1 short of getting a Radley Walters. But a top gun is good all the same. And his win rate for the battle was 10,118, which is Super Unicum standard and quite a bit more. And he said picking up the slack. Picking you the slack. Well, yes, picking up the slack is what I think he meant. You can see that he was the only man left alive at the end of that game. He did get 2,205 hit points of damage, but he didn't get the high caliber. That went to the T150, who got 2,883. So he must have got 20% of the enemy hit pool, but just didn't qualify for the high caliber because somebody else did a higher percentage of damage and a high amount of damage. But when it came to kills, though, he definitely had the top with 7 kills, 4 kills for the M41, 3 kills for the T150, and also for the TOG2. And when it came to base XP, he's got the top on that one as well, 1,158, the only player to get over 1,000. And 869 went to the T150, 763 went to the other Fifi on his team. Now, Ram Tough was on the enemy team, and where are you, Ram? There you are, in the Wolverine, 578 hit points of damage, no kills and 260. So, who actually killed Ram? That's a good question, actually. According to this, it was Magneton, and Magneton was the TOG2. So, yes, the TOG managed to get Ram, and then I think the TOG was killed by Bat... Oh, he was killed by the other Arty, the other Fifi. Bat 21 got him instead. So there you go. Quite interesting. Let's have a look at the detail report. 27 shots fired, 14 direct hits, 6 penetrations, damage of splash damage on 7, damage of 2,205 hit points, of which 1,605 were up more than 300 meters. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 7, and did 236 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 52,479 credits, and after completing the mission and events, got an extra 40,000 credits, so his total was 92,479. After resupply of ammunition and consumables, he still took away a profit of 49,663 credits. He would have made a profit even with that mission completion. 25 bonds from the game, and 1,737 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 695 because this is a premium vehicle, one of only 2 premium Artys in the game, and we still can't work out why Wargaming won't sell more Artys, more premium Artys, because they would make a fortune out of them. 4,169 experience points altogether. So an excellent game by Chris Tracy and the Fifi. I'm sure he's very, very happy and pleased with that one because 3 of those kills were shotguns. And by doing what he did, he actually saved his team. Because if he'd stayed near the cap area, he would have been wiped out by the enemy team when they came in. But by moving away and actually finding a better firing position, he actually was able to take out the enemy tanks whilst they were capping and thereby win the game. So well done to Chris. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, let other people know that it exists, leave a comment down below, and thanks for watching.